Hey YouTubers, this is AJ. I'm here for the first installment of Straight from the Taps brewery videos, and I have a question for you guys. Do you like coffee? Do you like beer? Even if you only like one or the other, there's a great place for you here in lovely Clarksboro, New Jersey, and it's called Death of the Fox Brewing Company. Death of the Fox opened its doors to the public in 2017. And as you can see, the leather couches and live-edged wood just make for the perfect laid-back atmosphere. Starting first thing in the morning, they whip up whatever specialty coffee your heart desires all day long. And then at lunchtime, they add slinging suds to their repertoire. And there's always something going on here, from DJs to Quizzo to heck, even couples paint nights. They do all of their brewing on site under the skillful eye of owner and head brewer Chuck Garrity. And as you can see here, there's always a wide variety of beers to choose from. Hey, so I'm here with Chuck Garrity, the owner of Death of the Fox Brewery. And so Chuck, what made you think of the combination of coffee house and a brewery?
You know, I did a fair amount of travel in my previous career. I was a management consultant in technology and healthcare.
Okay.
And so I had an opportunity to really visit, different parts of the country,
okay,
different regions, see what's going on. Also, my college roommate kind of came up with an idea. He said, you really, whatever you do, if you really want to do this thing, make sure it's different, and maybe you want to think about making it into like a 7-day-a-week business, and that always kind of stuck in my head.
Okay.
And then, when I was traveling to Oregon, Colorado, these places, they're probably 5-10 years ahead of us in terms of their innovation in brewing and what they're doing out there. And I noticed there were a couple of coffee house breweries, and I really thought that was needed in this area.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In terms of just a really good quality coffee house for this growing, this East Greenwich, Mullica Hill, Woolwich area, which is, demographic speaking, is growing. And I felt that people would have to go to the city, to Philadelphia, in order to get that experience. So I kind of wanted to bring a little bit of Philadelphia here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So now, Death of the Fox, that's not a type of name that you hear regularly for a brewery. What is there any special meaning behind Death of the Fox?
Yeah, so that's probably the most common question I get, and the thing is, people ask, how did you come up with Death of the Fox? And I tell them I didn't come up with it. Death of the Fox was the name of a tavern that's almost 300 years old, that's located right here in East Greenwich, right Mount Royal, maybe half a mile away from here. Okay. It was the meeting house of the first fox hunting club in America.
Nice.
Okay. So four founders, founding fathers, signers of the Declaration of Independence were part of this club.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot of history. It was founded in 1766. It was called the Gloucester County Fox Hunting Club. And this area is indigenous for fox. So you'll see a lot of fox-related, names all throughout this area. But really it all goes to Death of the Fox, which was a tavern where they used to meet after the fox hunts.
Okay.
So they used to go out, hunt for the fox, obviously. At that point, they don't kill the fox anymore.
Yeah.
But back then, they were considered vermin and a threat to farms, and they would that's why they would call it Death of the Fox. They would,
nice.
They would take the fox back, and then they would drink. And so we're taking that and bringing that into the modern era.
Nice. So a little bit of history. You learn something new every day. So now you're open 7 days a week as a coffee house. Now, when do you actually serve as a brewery?
So we serve every day as a brewery, but we close Monday and Tuesdays a little early. We close at 2 o'clock. Okay. So we'll start serving around noon. Okay. But the rest of the days of the week, Wednesday through Saturday, we close at 10.
Okay.
Sundays we close at 6.
Okay.
So rule of thumb is, right around noon, we'll start opening up the tap. So before
nice.
that, we're just exclusively coffee.
Gotcha. Okay.
And importantly, we serve coffee throughout the day.
Okay. Awesome.
So there's not like a time that we shut down coffee at all.
Gotcha.
The coffee is we're always and in terms of our look and feel. I wanted to go for more of a coffee house feel than a brewery feel.
And these leather couches bring that feel, make you feel nice, warm at home.
Thank you. Yeah, and the wood and the live edge wood and everything, we just wanted to kind of, make it a warm place. And not sometimes I find breweries are a little, cold and industrial. And I wanted, so the brewery is in the back. It's a completely separate area, but the front is a completely, it's more of a comfortable place to hang out and to have a coffee or a beer and good conversation.
Awesome. So now another question: do you guys serve any food here at Death of the Fox?
Under state brewery law, we are prohibited from serving food to customers.
Okay.
Meals to the public. We do not have a kitchen. And that is something that is based on our being a limited brewery, limited licensed brewery. We don't have the ability to do that. However, people can order in food. They can bring in food. They can have a picnic.
Nice.
We have, they can bring up a menu, and we have great restaurants right around here. We have a new Asian restaurant opening right next door on the other building.
Perfect.
We have, of course, the Cinder Bar is next to us, so there's plenty of options for people who want to eat.
Okay, awesome. Now, how did you come about opening a brewery? Did you happen to homebrew it first?
Yeah. So I started homebrewing about 10 years ago, and it just became, as I said, I traveled a lot. I was a consultant for a long time, and I would look forward to just, laying back, especially in the summer months, and brewing on the weekends on my deck.
Gotcha.
It's something that I picked up through a neighbor who was selling his system. I brewed a little bit in college. We brewed really bad beer. That doesn't really count. But he actually taught me. He was my Yoda to speak.
Gotcha.
And he's a national beer judge. So
Nice.
he, in addition to winning homebrew competitions, quite a few. So I bought his old system and started brewing all grain immediately.
Nice.
So I really didn't do the Mr. Beer kit or the extraction, the extract stuff. I went right to all grain.
Okay.
And just I found it fascinating, and I felt like it was, brewing is like it's like unpeeling an onion. You can do really basic stuff, and then you go a layer deeper and a layer deeper, and it's endless. I mean, I'm still learning. Today, 10 years later. I did get my certification from the Seibel Institute of Brewing Technology in Germany. So I felt that was very important. So I think that, and I really believe in, if you look at a lot of our beers, it's very in line with, the Reinheitsgebot philosophy, and I tend to, veer towards the German way of brewing, I guess.
Awesome. That's always the best policy.
Yeah.
Germans have been brewing beers for centuries. Why not follow theirs? So
Absolutely.
Now, who does the mainstay of the brewing at Death of the Fox?
So I'm the main brewer.
Okay.
I'm the only dedicated full-time employee in terms of the brewing and also the running of the company.
Okay.
But I do have. We're very excited because now I have about 3 teams of guys who are kind of pitching in and doing different brews. My partner Dan Natkin is very involved in terms of putting together the recipes. He's brewing today in the back.
Awesome.
So he and I kind of lead the charge, so to speak, and we have about 8 guys that are also involved in, it's separate, like 2 or 3 teams where we kind of divide and conquer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys ventured out into distributing beer locally yet?
We're just starting to. So we literally just got our tap handles yesterday.
Nice.
All right. So we are in the process. We have 5 bars lined up by the end of March.
Okay.
And the goal is to be in 10 bars by the end of June.
Okay.
Bars and restaurants, I should say. But Death of the Fox is primarily we want our customers to have the experience here. So it's something that we are kind of a hybrid, I would say. We are a production based. We will have production based. We're not canning or anything like that yet. We're not bottling. We want customers to come here and experience what it feels like.
Okay.
We have usually we have live music Fridays and Saturdays. Right now we have a DJ playing.
Okay.
We have a lot of Philly-based talent.
Nice.
That we through connections that we tend to display here, and it's fun. It's fun to be here. So we want to bring people into Death of the Fox.
And with all the wood grain, all the fresh wood look around here, it is a nice, real warm feel around here, and it's very nice and cozy. Now, do you have any plans or have started yet of doing any barrel aging just yet?
Yeah, so we just bought 5 barrels. We have 3 bourbon barrels and 2 tequila barrels.
Ah, okay.
So one of the beers that we're most excited about right now is called our Sa Lima, which is a dark Mexican lager.
Okay.
With sea salt and lime. So
nice.
It's quite a different beer. And so we're going to be entering that into the AC Beer Festival as that, and most likely our coffee pale ale because of our coffee, obviously our coffee house theme. So we're going to age the Mexican dark lager in a tequila barrel.
Oh wow!
And see how that turns out. So
that sounds delicious to me.
Oh yeah.
Now, do you guys do any growler or crowler fills along those lines?
Yeah. So we do growler fills, but only if you bring in a growler.
Gotcha.
We don't have glass going out, but we do have a Dixie crowler sealer.
Okay.
So we do 3 packs. We do crowlers, 1 for 12 and 3 for 30.
Okay.
So you can take anything. And if you're like me, if you're like me, I always go to breweries and I forget to bring my growler. So that's why I wanted to have a crowler.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And crowlers always help because they seal in the carbonation and they last for so much longer, and it's just a great thing.
Yeah.
So, Chuck, I'd like to thank you so much for talking with me.
Cheers.
And everyone, check out Death of the Fox here in Clarksboro, and it's a great place to be. As you can see, these leather couches, I'm sinking into it as we speak, and come check it out in Clarksboro. Make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button, and keep watching for Straight from the Tap. Thanks, cheers.
Cheers.